Info kalau udah. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to visiting lecture for today with Universiti Poly-Tech Malaysia. Welcome to the Honorable Dr. Muhammad bin Omar as a senior lecturer from Faculty of Business, Accountancy and Social Science. For the topic today is the relation between QMS is ASO, adoption and business performance among Malaysia. Okay, today's session is being streamed on Universitas STEKOM YouTube channel. And for today event, we will start with class presentation by Dr. Omar, continue with Q&A session and time for picture for documentation, and last time is closing. So we will start for this class today by Dr. Muhammad. You can start this session today. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much to Madam Chairman Anggi Novita Sari from University Science Computer STEKOM Indonesia Jawa. Okay. And all of you, first thing, I wish all of you good afternoon and Assalamualaikum. So for the start, I chose the title for this presentation is about the relationship between quality management system ISO 9001 adoption and business performance of Malaysian small and medium enterprise. So my presentation is as shown in the outline of for the start, I started with introduction and also background of study, problem statement, purpose and objective of study, conceptual framework and hypothesis, methodology, result of analysis, conclusion, contribution of study, comparison with previous research, limitation of study, and suggestion for future research. So as for introduction, the purpose of this research is to measure the influence of ISO 9001 adoption by Malaysian small and medium enterprise, or we call here perusahaan kecil sederhana PKS, on business performance. The study will address the role of mediating variables such as customer focus program, customer satisfaction and competitiveness, and their relationship with business performance. A total of 183 respondents plus 32 new respondents were used for measuring the relationship and establishing the research finding. Actually, my research is about my PhD research. So doing last time when I do the study, I use 183. Nowadays, I add some more respondent. I got new respondent about 32. So we can see the result after this. So background of study, ISO 9001 is among ISO most well-known standard ever that help organization to implement quality management. I believe our friend at in Indonesia also have the quality management system standard ISO. So this ISO 9001 give the requirement for what the organization must do to manage process affecting quality of its product and services. So growth of ISO 9001 certification have increased in most parts of the world. ISO 9001 about process standard and the way an organization goes about work system. And ISO 9000 is the standard of requirement for quality management system. So this is the background of the company in Malaysia. We can see the numbers of the company getting ISO certification is mostly gradually increase almost every year. But we can see here when the latest one is about 2020, we got 9,530 companies getting the ISO 9001 certification. So the problem statement we can see here in Rancangan Malaysia ke-11 or we call Malaysia Plan 12 to start from 2016 until 2020. Strategy are formulated to accelerate economic growth toward an economy that will derive high value and knowledge incentive activities. The focus will be on productivity and quality growth. So ISO adoption was imposed in 1996 with the circular by Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam. We call here as a government agency, control all the government department. We call Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam Malaysia to implement ISO 9001. The main objective is to ensure the delivery of quality services in excellence for the customer. However, there is no mandatory requirement for Malaysian SME to implement ISO. Many small and medium enterprises still perceive ISO 9001 as a cost rather than an investment. Also, Malaysia's small and medium enterprise need to be conscious the importance of implementing ISO standard because many benefit from ISO such as to improve and to involve in market access. Due to the globalization and the liberalization of international market, Malaysia SME are under pressure to expand as well as to compete globally in order to survive in the current competitive market. So ISO adoption is no longer an option, but it is must for Malaysia's small and medium enterprise to stay relevant and to compete in the foreign markets or new regions. So Malaysia government through small and medium enterprise cooperation and small and medium enterprise master plan 2020 until 2020 has come up with 6 high impact program we call as HIP, high impact program. So high impact program number 4 is going export. Going export means the company needs to get the recognition from third party. So this ISO 9001 certification is very important to them. So purpose of the study, this study was conducted to establish strong evidence on what extent of the relationship between a number of constructs such as ISO 9001 adoption, customer focus program, customer satisfaction, competitiveness on business performance. There is a need to identify the most influential factors that contribute toward business performance of Malaysia SME as a result of adopting ISO 9001 quality management system. So this is about research objective. The first one, we want to evaluate the what to what extent ISO 9000 certified a company experience high level of operational business performance. And the second one is to identify the relationship between ISO 9000 certified companies and competitiveness. And the third one, to investigate whether ISO 9000 adoption produce a significant effect on customer focus on ISO certified companies. And then to identify the relationship between ISO adoption and customer satisfaction, and to establish the relationship of customer focus program and customer satisfaction of ISO 9001 certified company, to examine whether customer satisfaction has a significant effect on business performance of ISO 9001 certified company, and then to examine whether customer focus has a significant effect on competitiveness of ISO certified company. Then to examine whether customer satisfaction has a significant effect on competitiveness of ISO 9001 certified company, and to examine whether competitiveness has a significant effect on business performance of 9000 ISO 9001 certified company, and to identify whether which factor or enables, contribute or mediate the most toward business performance of ISO 9001 certified company. So the significance of the study, it's provide empirical evidence concern the relationship of ISO adoption and customer focus program, customer satisfaction, competitiveness, and business performance. And then second one, the result would enrich information about the impact of ISO 9001 adoption on business performance. And the third one, to interrelationship among construct and their impact on implementation of ISO 9001 within the context of Malaysia's small and medium enterprise are likely to be useful to the entire industry for improved business performance. And the fourth one, companies certified with ISO 9001 mostly can project a good image and to ensure the good system is applied across the company. And then the findings are expected to add knowledge pertaining training within organization or industry. And then to the model applied will allow further research on ISO 9001 practice and to encourage Malaysia's small and medium enterprise to embark on ISO 9001 certification and made aware of what ISO 9001 truly is. And then about the literature review, we developed 5 construct here. The first construct is ISO 9001 adoption. So the definition about this construct, the description of construct is ISO management policy, plan and action. The senior management team is committed and accept responsibility for quality, regularly review the quality system to ensure that quality system is continually improved, and use the internal quality audit to assist in evaluating the effectiveness of the quality system. And supporting literature, ISO 9001 has their respective clausa. And then this is the previous researcher who are doing their study. And then the second construct is about customer focus program. So description of this construct, ISO 9001 register or organization are aware of customer requirement, have process activity that are designed to increase customer satisfaction, have a system to avoid misunderstanding about customer order, and systematically review construct and have systematic process for handling complaint. And this is the supporting literature done by the previous researcher. And then the third construct is about customer satisfaction. The description of this construct, the benefit related to customer that should be obtainable by organization registered to ISO 9001 are important in perceived product quality by customer, consistency in documentation, level of customer services, and the number of quality audit by customer. And the same thing is a few researcher done his study. And then the fourth construct is about business performance. So description about business performance, organization expect to realize positive business performance outcome from ISO 9001. Then they should expect to see improvement in terms of measures such as profit, cash flow, demand for product met, and market share should be increased. And then this is the gap in the literature. So we list down the direct effect model. So we come up with the hypothesis 1, ISO 9001 adoption directly effect on business performance, already done by previous researchers like in 2001. And the hypothesis 2 is ISO 9001 adoption direct effect with competitiveness, also done by the previous researcher. And then hypothesis 3, ISO 9001 adoption have a direct effect to customer focus program, also done by Caru and Garcia. And then ISO 9001 adoption to customer satisfaction, also done by Erisman. And then the hypothesis 5, customer focus program through customer satisfaction, also done by Beverly and Holloway David. And also the hypothesis 6, customer satisfaction to business performance, also done by Addison. And customer hypothesis 7, customer focus program to have direct relationship with competitiveness, also done by researcher here. And then hypothesis 8, customer satisfaction through have directly if relationship effect to competitiveness, also done by Lee, Roy Bish, Lawton. And then hypothesis 9, competitiveness have their effect to business performance, also done by Ne and Prajo. And then hypothesis 10, customer focus program have relationship to business performance, also already studied by Neve and Marcos. And then we also have mediating effect, independent variable, mediating effect, mediating variable, and dependent variable. So ISO 9001 adoption through customer focus program and have competitiveness under hypothesis 11 and hypothesis 12, ISO 9000 adoption, customer focus, and through customer satisfaction. And then we have hypothesis 13, ISO adoption through customer satisfaction and competitiveness. Then customer focus program through customer satisfaction as mediator, and then the dependent variable business performance, hypothesis 14, and last but not least, hypothesis 15, ISO adoption competitiveness have become mediating to ISO 9000 adoption through business performance. So this also we the previous researcher also done this study. So this is the gap between ISO 9001 adoption have impact to customer focus program, and then competitiveness and to business performance. So here ISO adoption had influence on business performance and significant impact through improvement in customer satisfaction, and customer focus program has a vital role in improving customer satisfaction that ultimately enhance the business performance of Malaysia SME. And then customer satisfaction become the most dominant factor that contribute toward business performance of the Malaysia small and medium industry and enterprise. So in terms of theoretical perspective, in this study, we use the three theoretical the three big theory. The first one, institutional theory, and then the second one, contingency theory, and the third one is resource-based theory, resource-based view theory. So this is the diffusion theory. Four theory here. Four theory. Diffusion theory. We as mentioned here, starting from creativity, invention, innovation, diffusion, and adoption. So the institutional theory stated that it's underlined all principles of quality management associated with the formal structure of organization by Scott and Oliver. An organization need to obtain legitimacy from related stakeholder for survival and prospect, and leadership or top management strength must be in the whole change, and then stakeholders may value a particular management practice to expect the organization to adopt that practice. Such expectation eventually create pressure toward organization known as institutional pressure, and then this pressure derive the diffusion or a certain management practice or organization structure, such as a phenomena is known as institutional theory. And then we see the second theory, the contingency theory. The basic premise of contingency theory is that firm achieve the best performance when their structure is relevant to deal with the contingency imposed by their size, technology, and environment. About on how firm align with expected performance with both external and internal business environment. And this theory lay emphasize on question on whether or under which contingency variable contribute to business performance. It is necessary that firm not only acquire and develop their resources, but also need to enhance the capability to deal with environment turbulence, and contingency-based organization gain competitive advantage through assessing their business environment and set strategy which are appropriate for each level of environmental turbulence. And contingency theory indicate behavior of firm for survival. And then the third theory is about the resource-based view theory. The resource-based view theory presumes that firms require of more resources in order to achieve competitiveness advantage. These resources include valuable asset, capabilities, and information that firms control to conceive and implement their strategy. Because of quality management required an allocation of resources and their optimization underline the condition where firm to allocate their control resources when the opportunity come with strategy awareness and strategy posture of the firm. And the last and theory is diffusion theory. Bejonet 1997 defined diffusion as a process whereby the innovation is spread and disseminated. Within the diffusion process, there are various stages that occur: creativity, invention, innovation, diffusion, and adoption. The diffusion refers to the process and activity involved in getting the innovation to the end. Who most of their organization practitioner. See Roger 1999 see that diffusion theory as the spread of a new idea from its sources of invention or creation to its ultimate user or adopters. Adoption refers to the decision to make regular use of a management theory. Adoption result from diffusion process. This is the sample when I do this research. So total population is about 4,130 owner of the Malaysian SME who receive Industrial Technical Assistance Fund from Small and Medium Enterprise Cooperation under Malaysia government agency. Top management, quality managers, management representative, and unit of analysis is individual or owner of the Malaysian SME who receive Industrial Technical Assistance Fund or grant by government, Malaysia government or Malaysia representative of the Malaysia SME. Type of sampling, random sampling. So target sample 500 and so sample usable 183. Survey distribution self-administration questionnaire. So mostly the respondent become from all the Malaysian like Sarawak, Sabah we don't have Sabah. Sarawak and Peninsula Malaysia, Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, Negeri Sembilan, Perak, Pulau Pinang, Kedah, Melaka, Terengganu, and Johor. And then the main sector involved in this study, 60%, 65% is come from a services sector and 44% from manufacturing. So this is a research design and analysis. So research design, we use mixed method, quantitative survey questionnaire and qualitative interview as to reconfirm the questionnaire. Data gathering procedure, phase 1, we do the detailed interview, starting from 10 company of 10 owner or the owner of the small and medium enterprise. And the phase 1, we do pilot study for 90 samples, and phase 3 actual study. So measurement we have for to to measure the construct of ISO 9001, we have 4/15 measurement item, and customer focus program, we have 3/9 measuring item, and customer satisfaction also 3 measuring item, and competitiveness 3 measuring item, and business 4/9 measuring item. So target population, as I mentioned here, main place located at Kuala Lumpur or Klang Valley. So expected expert validity, Malaysian Productivity Corporation. At that time, I work as auditor with the Malaysia Productivity Corporation. So at that time, small and medium, small SME Corp, small medium enterprise corporation, they got a grant from government, so they have a money. So in term of audit, they cannot do their audit, so they give the Malaysia Productivity as auditor. So I the one selected from Malaysia MPC become to auditor to audit this company, Industrial Technical Assistance Fund. So luckily I have the access to this company, so that's why I think they give the full cooperation to answer the questionnaire. And then as I mentioned just now, small and medium enterprise cooperation Malaysia, and also Department Standard Malaysia, we call it as expert validity, and then content validity by experts such as consultant and auditor ISO 9001 from Malaysia Productivity Corporation. Me myself also have the lead auditor from Novo 1998. I got that auditor. I become lead auditor for quality management system, and then by experts such as consultant and auditor 9001 from Department Standard Malaysia. So I have a friend there, and I also use them to get the opinion about this set of questionnaire and about the subject matters. And then data analysis, structural equation modeling, SAEM, and with partial least square, and statistical software smart PLS. And then SEM is used because the study deal with the subjective construct dimension which cannot be measured directly, and SME PLS method is the most appropriate method for estimating the model or conceptual framework, as it most robust to small sample and lack of normality in the data. So about conceptual framework and hypothesis, as I said earlier, we have 15 hypotheses as mentioned in this drawing or sketch here, conceptual framework. And then this is the hypothesis statement. As I mentioned just now, as hypothesis 1, ISO adoption has a significant relationship with business performance. And hypothesis 2, ISO adoption has a significant relationship with competitiveness. Hepatitis 3 customer focus program are significantly influenced by ISO 9001 adoption. Hepatitis 4 ISO 9001 adoption has significant relationship with customer satisfaction and so forth. And hypothesis for mediating effect model. So hypothesis 12, hypothesis 11, customer focus program mediates significantly in relationship between ISO adoption and competitiveness. And hypothesis 15, competitiveness mediates significantly in the relationship between ISO adoption and business performance. So this is data analysis and the result from the study. So for construct ISO 9001 adoption, we have 4 measuring item. So we can see here the result, statistical result here, and the reliability and validity of the indicators used to represent each research construct based on fit measures. Factor loading greater than 0.0 as mentioned by Hare, and composite reliability greater than of 0.7 as mentioned by Hulen, and average variance extracted AVE greater than 0.5 as mentioned by Chin, and Cronbach alpha greater than 0.7 are considered adequate for assessing the internal consistency of variable. And Hare suggested that alpha Cronbach alpha coefficient over 0.6 is adequate for basic research. So this is the assessment of measurement and structural model. Same thing here. This is the significance of the coefficient and loading using bootstrapping. This is auto loading measurement model for construct. So ISO 9001 customer focus program, competitiveness, customer satisfaction, and business performance. And we also use the assessment for discriminant validity using funnel and Lacquer or HTMT criteria. A value below the diagonal or R correlation, the discriminant validity is established if the average variance equation square root score is higher than the square correlation share between the two variables, as stated by Funnel and Lacquer. And HTMT criterion require HTMT 0.85 to access discriminant validity. Table 4.4 show that the result of heteromonetary ratio HTMT, the threshold value of HTMT test is 0.85, so that all the values are less than 0.85 are therefore the requirement for the discriminant validity using the HTMT criterion has been met. So the same thing, the result of R square for construct customer focus program is 0.163, competitiveness 0.236, customer satisfaction 0.38 and 399, and business performance 0.392. Table 4.51, coefficient of determination R square of endogenous construct, assessing structural model with PLS criterion R square of endogenous latent variable R square value of 0.67, 0.33 or 0.19 for endogenous variable in the inner part model are described as substantial, moderate, or weak by Chin. So the result, structural equation model, the reverse model bootstrapping, and then this is the hypothesis testing for direct effect model. So we can see here hypothesis 1. So ISO 9001 and the relationship with business performance. So we can see the P value is greater than 0.15. So it's not supported. And then hypothesis 2, ISO 9001 to competitiveness is supported. And so we have two hypotheses not supported. Hypothesis 1 and hypothesis 8, customer satisfaction to competitiveness. Result of hypothesis testing for direct impact, as I mentioned just now, hypothesis 1, ISO 9001 adoption independent variable has a significant relationship with business performance, not supported. And hypothesis 8, customer satisfaction has a significant relationship with competitiveness, not supported. And then result for hypothesis testing for mediating effect. So we have hypothesis 13, customer satisfaction mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO 9001 adoption and competitiveness, supported but partially mediation. Hypotheses concerning the mediating effect were based on the method proposed by Preacher and Hayes and 2008, where the assessment made based on the value of variation accounted for, or VAF, value of variant accounted. So we have VAF more than 80% full mediation, VAF more than 20% partially mediated, and VAF less than 20% no mediation. So main conclusion, the result of data analysis indicate that ISO 9001 adoption have big influence on business performance and only managed to exert significant impact through improvement in customer satisfaction and indirectly through customer focus program. There are two important mediating factors, customer focus program and customer satisfaction, in explaining the influence of ISO 9001 adoption on business performance. So customer satisfaction to become the most dominant factor that contribute toward business performance of the small and medium enterprise as compared to the other factors. As example, competitiveness. Customer focus program has a vital role in improving customer satisfaction that ultimately enhance the business performance of Malaysia's small and medium enterprise. It gives a clear indication to the small and medium enterprise about the important factors that can help improve their performance and being relevant in competitive market. It gives a clear indication of the importance of improving customer satisfaction with the quality of the product or services through organizing various promotion program for customer focus program. So theoretical contribution, the study is modeled using 5 constructs such as ISO 9001 adoption, customer focus program, customer satisfaction, competitiveness, and business performance. The study attempt to fill the gap in the literature caused by the lack of empirical evidence on the evaluation of ISO adoption by companies through the influence of customer focus program on customer competitiveness of the small and medium enterprise and customer satisfaction with the product and services offered by small and medium enterprise. This research provides a better understanding of the influence of ISO adoption on other factors such as customer focus program, competitiveness, customer satisfaction, and business performance of Malaysia's small and medium enterprise. This study is the first of its kind that conducted in a bigger number of small and medium enterprise, and also is the first study in Malaysia in this domain and among the few research in the ASEAN country. Conceptually, this study as an effort to improve a modified theoretically based framework on modeling the role of ISO 9001 adoption in the Malaysia small and medium enterprise. Proposed new theoretical framework can be used by other researchers to study similar or other related industry. Customer focus become the first principle in the quality management principle is in line with the study. It showed that customer focus is important mediating factor in the relationship between business performance and ISO adoption. ISO adoption. Another mediating factor is customer satisfaction, which also in line with quality management requirement, as mentioned in ISO standard new version. Customer satisfaction is mentioned in clause 9.1.2. So this is the organization shall monitor customers' perception of the degree to which their need and expectation have been met fully. The organization shall determine the method for obtaining, monitoring, and reviewing this information. Example of monitoring customer perception can include customer survey or customer feedback on delivered product or services, meeting with the customer and market share analysis, complement, warranty claim, and dealer report. So, suggestion for future research, for future work, future research should collect data from companies at different sector and under different industry. Future research should also collect more data on company characteristic like a category of company, namely multinational company and large local company or government linked company. Look at possibility of formative construct in the model. So, in terms of economic contribution, for many firms, the ISO 9001 standard have provide the platform to meet the demand of global competition. Although acquire ISO 9001 certification can be quite expensive, many firms still see is a worthwhile investment that will bring significant return via increasing sale and decreasing cost. A large body of literature report positive effect of ISO 9000 certification on different performance measure. For example, Never and Marcos 2005 find that the use of ISO reduce quality cost and increase annual sales and profit margin. The result of this study may be able to convince SME to pursue ISO 9001 certification as an important agenda for the survival of their business. And then methodology and analytical contribution. In this research, a powerful statistical technique called SEM and PLS was used for the analysis of data in order to study the relationship between ISO certification and several variables including business performance. The SME PLS method does not require stringent distributional assumptions such as a normality and large sample size. The SEM PLS method work well with data that contain potential outliers. Therefore, the result using SEM PLS are more robust and accurate. So our finding and comparison with previous studies. So for hypothesis 1, does ISO 9001 certified company experience high level of operational business performance? So this study find that ISO 9001 adoption has a significant relationship between Malaysia business performance of SME. Past research mentioned that the result of data analysis indicate that ISO 9001 adoption had no influence on business performance directly and only managed to exert significant impact through improvement in customer satisfaction. This finding is opposite to the result obtained by other researchers such as Dean and Bowen. And hypothesis 2, is there any relationship between ISO 9001 certified and their competitiveness? So this study find that ISO 9001 adoption has a significant relationship between Malaysia competitiveness. And then the hypothesis 3, does ISO 9001 adoption produce a significant effect on customer focus program? So this study find that ISO adoption has a significant relationship between customer focus program. So hypothesis 4, is there any relationship between ISO 9001 adoption and customer satisfaction? So this study also find that ISO 9001 adoption has a significant relationship with customer satisfaction. And then hypothesis 5, what is the relationship of customer focus program and customer satisfaction? The study find that customer focus program has a significant relationship with customer satisfaction. And hypothesis 6, does customer satisfaction has a significant effect on business performance of ISO 9001 certified company? The findings show that customer satisfaction has a significant relationship with business performance. And hypothesis 7, does a customer focus program have a significant effect on competitiveness of ISO 9001 certified company? So this study find that customer focus program has a significant relationship with competitiveness. And hypothesis 8, does customer satisfaction have a significant effect on competitiveness of ISO 9001 certified company? So this study find that customer satisfaction does not has a significant effect on competitiveness. And then hypothesis 9, does the competitiveness have a significant effect on business performance of ISO? So this study find that competitiveness has a significant relationship with business performance. And hypothesis 10, which factor or enable, contribute or mediate the most toward the business performance of ISO 9001 certified company? The study find that there is a positive relationship between customer focus program and business performance. Hypothesis 11, does a customer focus program mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO 9001 adoption and competitiveness? The study find that customer focus program mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO adoption and competitiveness, where we got the value of VAF equal 70. So this is considered as partially mediation. And hypothesis 12, customer focus program mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO 9001 adoption and customer satisfaction. The finding state that customer focus program mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO 9001 adoption and customer satisfaction, with value of VAF equal 49%, partially mediation. Hypothesis 13, customer satisfaction mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO adoption and competitiveness. So this study find that customer satisfaction mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO adoption and competitiveness, with the value of VAF equal 77% and consider as partially mediation. Hypothesis 14, customer satisfaction mediate significantly in the relationship between customer focus program and business performance. So this study find that customer satisfaction mediate significantly in the relationship between customer focus program and business performance, with the value of VAF equal 55%. So consider as partial mediation. And hypothesis 15, competitiveness mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO 9001 adoption and business performance. So this study find that competitiveness mediate significantly in the relationship between ISO adoption and business performance, with the value of VAF equal to 53%, considered as partially mediation. So limitation of the study was conducted using a perception method in measuring the observed variable, which may cause bias toward the result of the measurement. There is only one respondent participating in each unit of analysis, which may lead to high level of mono-response bias. So the third one, the finding may not represent the overall SME companies in Malaysia. In general, the difference between SME in terms of organizational, structural, environmental, and management variables may be an obstacle from respondent viewpoints. And the fourth one, the analysis unit in this study does not focus on one particular industry or sectors of SME, and that has made this study unable to give a comprehensive picture of manufacturing companies adopted of ISO 9001. So this is a new finding where I mentioned just now. I just add 32 respondents is the the new finding here. Are TQM and ISO still relevant? Yes, TQM, Total Quality Management, and ISO implementation are still relevant based on the empirical evidence in figure 1 above. First, Total Quality Management had very strong influence. P-value script is small than 0.01, and both customer satisfaction and competitiveness of small and medium enterprise. Second, ISO implementation had very strong influence, where p-values less than 0.01 on total quality management, customer satisfaction, and competitiveness of SME. Third, even though both TQM and ISO implementation did not have direct influence on business performance, but both had significant influence on the business performance indirectly via the mediative factor, namely customer satisfaction. Therefore, total quality management and ISO implementation are still relevant due to the fact that both had significant impact on customer satisfaction, which subsequently impacted significantly on the business performance of the Malaysia's SME. So that's all for my presentation. I open to the floor for a question and answer session.
Okay, thank you so much for Dr. Omar. For all participants, if you have any question for the speaker, please add them to the chat or you can raise your hand. Okay, for first question, we have question from participant in the YouTube. This is from Mr. Sukamto. What are the key factors influencing the adoption of UMS ISO among Malaysia, and how do this adoption practice correlate with business performance metric within the context of the Malaysian market? That's all. Thank you.
Say again, Novita, sorry. Yeah, the question, what is the factor?
I'm ready read also in the room chat.
Oh,
Sure.
chat.
Yeah.
Okay, chat. Okay, I got this. Sokamto.
Yes.
What are the factor influencing the adoption of quality management system among Malaysia SME, and how this adoption practice correlate with business performance metric with the context of Malaysia market? What are the factor influencing that? So we in Malaysia context, there are a lot of factor encourage the Malaysian small and medium enterprise to embark on ISO 9001. The first thing is the Malaysian at that time got technical assistant fund. So they call as industrial technical assistant fund. So the entrepreneur or Malaysian small and medium enterprise can enjoy this grant give by Malaysia government to encourage them to embark for quality management system. In terms of monetary, they give about 15,000 to 50,000 for one company, because include to fee to cover the fee for certification fee certification body like CRIM, Bureau prioritize Moody, SGS, and we in Malaysia we have about 16 certification body. So mostly the monetary um, monetary assistant want to cover the certification body fee, and also the consultancy fee charged by the consultant lah to assist them, the SME, to get to get or make them prepare for documentation and infrastructure in getting them get certification from certification body. So this is the first factor is technical assistance fund from government, and then ISO 9001 certification become as a marketing tool for the industry to 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 attract the customer. So they use this is as a recognition or marketing tool to them to get a confident level to the client or suppliers. Okay, I think that's all the factor when I do when I when I involve this, I see this is a few factor encourage the Malaysia small and medium enterprise to embark for this quality management system.
Okay, thank you for answering. And the second question from Mr. Bertisha.
Mr. Bertisha,
Yeah.
how
in-
how
do,
does
yes, correct.
how does the implementation of quality management system influence the financial and operation performance of Malaysia? What the specific challenge of or benefit of SME encounter during the adoption process in relation to improving their business performance? How does the implementation influence the financial operation, and what are the specific challenge or benefit SME encounter during the adoption? In Malaysia, the getting ISO certification is very crucial, because like most of the big company like Tenaga Nasional or Tenaga Nasional or CIMDB construction belong the government project. They want all the suppliers need to have a certification of quality management system, unless if the entrepreneur or the small and medium enterprise not don't have a ISO certification, they cannot award as a supplier. So at the first place, to become a supplier for the big company, you need to have a certification of ISO, quality management system ISO first. If you don't have, the government don't award you for the project. So this is become like some sort of mandatory to the entrepreneur when they want to secure the project or the tender from government. Like Tenaga Nasional Malaysia, Tenaga Nasional Malaysia Berhad, the electricity supplier for Malaysia country, the bigger. So all the supplier, when they want to supply or become a supplier with the tenaga nasional, at the first place they need to have the certification of quality management system ISO. If they don't have quality management system certification, they cannot be award and even one project. They so this become some sort of mandatory to them to get the award from the big company. And the specific challenge, that's one, yes, I mentioned, they need to have. Even the quality management system not yet be imposed as mandatory. It is still considered as voluntary basis, but in reality, when they want to select the vendor or the supplier, the 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 big company look for this thing, this certification as a recognition, or they have a confident level with the company. Am I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we don't have no more question again. Okay. Before I close this event, for our participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Another one. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you. Thank you for your keen cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of visiting lecture today. We would like to thank you for Dr. Oman for the wonderful information and sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for our participants. At least we hope to have more collaboration in the future with University Poly-Tech Malaysia. The visiting lecture for today and here we hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you so much for Dr. Oman. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you for your time. See you
Thank
again.
you. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.